All right, what's up, guys? This is Mr. Adams. I was too lazy to turn this off, so we're trying the microphone and the ear thing. I gotta go back this way. I can listen because here's the number one thing: is if you're confused on anything, I'm in Google Meet every single time now. So a couple of you guys are like, "I worked on this for an hour and I couldn't figure it out." Just hop on, and I'm nice about it. I do have some people show up, and no one's cried. There's one time I was like, "Oh, it's like." I had to have them come back because I needed to figure something out real quick. But that's good. Okay. So let me explain a couple things about last time's assignment to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right. So the static. When we want to do static, this is kind of all the stuff at the end. Ooh, and Ryan, there was one mistake I made when we did this, and I explained it to you. So yeah. So that was on me sometimes. Um, So we make our things. Hopefully, everyone understands I'm making these objects. They have these attributes to them. Okay, and I make all of these. All of these are little versions of pet food. Okay, so they're all their own little version. They go. Think about houses. Especially in my neighborhood, all the houses look pretty much the same. Clearly, they use the same plans, but they have a lot of different attributes to them. All right. Then over here, I printed out the version of each. Right. Okay. And then here, I set this one to 11. And then here, okay, I made something new. I made a static. Okay, so static over here are, static variable. There we go. So these static variables, and ignore food counter for right now. I actually want to see about something with food counter. I made a new static variable that lives inside pet food Java that doesn't get that can live in all of the different houses. So I'm trying to think of a good example of that, which I can't really right now with the house example. I was going to say something like an oven or something, but that is like the oven is like a private variable that's the same in each house. Okay, so everyone gets the same oven, which isn't true really. But when you build the houses, every oven looks the same. Okay, um, so that's like a variable. The static one would have to be updated in each house. So I don't know. Okay. So the static variable gets updated each time. So here I have a constructor, and the constructor here, or well, okay. Today's assignment, I'm gonna have you do another one of these, and it's gonna be a little simple, and it's gonna be almost identical to this one because I want to make sure that everyone understands this. So one, try and kind of do it on its own, and then two, think of this as more of a review, not something new. Okay, so I have two types of constructors. One constructor sets the types. Okay, and I could see where it's a little frustrating because you don't necessarily need this every single time. And even sometimes in the examples, they don't have those. Okay, so this example right here, which I would look at closely because that's going to be the main homework here. This doesn't really have setters and getters or anything like that. It just has, one thing. Okay, so today though, I want two different types of constructors. All right, I want one that sets the variables to default, and then one that takes in the parameters and creates new parameters. Okay, and then next time we'll talk about this. I want to make sure that you get this part down. And then see, I shouldn't use the word. Okay, then I want you to use the make two. You're gonna have to do a setter for each one of the parameters up here. Okay, so the mutator, I guess. So the mutator is setter. You're gonna have for the two parameters. You're only gonna have two in the next assignment I'll talk about. Okay, and then I want you to have getters for everything. So getters for the two parameters. All right, and then a toString method. Like so, this time actually I do want you to do a toString. So that puts everything together. Okay, so to answer uh, Connor last time did it without making a toString, and he simplified it a little bit. But well, because like a lot of times they don't want you to print they want you to print in the main Java because that's really where you're going to take all the information and then you're going to show it to someone. You want the showing part to be in the main, or you want the showing part to be somewhere else. If you have everything showing a little something else, then it's going to make it harder later on when you like do a real life thing. So we have the string here, the toString, okay, and then down here we had the animal counter. All right, so the animal counter lives outside the I'm gonna delete food counters right now. Okay. Ooh, I better do this though. I don't know I'm just gonna change this. Okay. All right. So, and actually, I better double check. So here, I have the static void, and I just count the animal counter, and then I kind of blew through the whole reason I started this. Okay. You're gonna count the animals when you construct a new one. So this actually makes the object right here. So this is kind of where all the magic happens, and this will always be in all of them. I think you can get away with not having this one. You definitely can't get away with not having this one. So I construct something right here. That's why it's constructor, build it. And then at the end of it, I'm going to count one of them. So remember the plus plus means I add 1 to the counter. All right, so I started with 0, built this, add 1, built another one, add 2, add 3. And this one, like once again, lives kind of outside of the object. So each time I make one, I count it. All right, okay. And then, so then down here, this print the animal counter. If you remember my whole diatribe about doing the toString, then we went ahead and printed in here anyway, and that's okay for that. But we don't have to, because we can call just the static variable. So we can say, hey, or right up here, here's where the static variable is. We can say, I want to see this. I got to get rid of this. Wait. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 sec, because I got to. All right, I fixed it because I made one change. Just trying to explain stuff and change stuff at the same time. Not that smart. Okay, so we can call just the variable animal counter. Okay, now one person, I did this as cat4. I can make this cat4, and I can say cat4. Oops, because animal counter lives in count 4. Okay, it lives in all of them. I could do cat1 right here, and animal counter is still there, and it still knows the answer is 4. Okay, you get a green squiggle, which is, oh, I'm not too happy about this. You better do it a different way. So that's fine. But since animal counter lives in in this whole class, I can call it by the class name there. So I can say pet food. All right. So I have pet food, animal counter, and then it will call that. And then this is print animal counter, and then there. So really, I mean, we don't need the print animal counter. And if today you don't want to make a print one in this, that's probably better actually to just do it over here. So just call this guy, boom, call that guy, boom. All right. So, yeah. So remember your static variable. It's just you're going to make a static variable here, and then most times, like if I want to count it, when I make it, that's when I count it. You can also, like we have in this example here, I can also take it and I can keep track of things if I want something bigger or smaller. Okay, so today's assignment is you are going to make you're going to make 2 classes here. You're going to start completely over. You're going to have a main class, and then I want you to have a mountain class. All right, and the mountain class is going to take 2 parameters. It's going to take the name and the height of the mountain. Okay, so you're going to take the name and the height. Okay, I want a constructor to set to put everything to 0, whatever. Brain fart on what that's called. I want a constructor to take the parameters. All right, I want a mutator and setter to mutate both. One mutator to mutate the name. One mutator to mutate the height. Okay. I want you to have a getter for both the height I do want a toString that just puts all of it into one toString. Okay. And then I want you to have another method here that will keep track of what the tallest height is. Okay. So I won't make you, there's a way better way to do, well, to be honest, there's a way better way to do all of this, but there's a much better way to do the height and the name together. So we're not going to worry about that. So all I want to do is I want you to tell me what the highest, the value of the highest mountain is. Okay. So you were going to basically make the same thing here. You're going to have, I guess I don't need to repeat it because you can just rewind. Okay. You're going to do 4. You're going to show me that 4 of them work. And then show me that, yeah, just show me the 4 of them work. So you got 4, 4. Show me, you don't have to do too much of the setters and getters, but show me that all the setters and getters work. And the show me that you can tell me how many we put it in, and then also the highest mountain. All right. If you need help with this, 5-72. That's pretty much how to do it. Okay. And I will be available at the Google Meet. See, I got the headphone in. That's why it's there. So, yes. All right. So if you got questions, let me know.